It's true now that Edwin Sifuna is confirmed to be a presidential candidate. As much as he has not made a declaration of which many people are anticipating to be made on Bungoma come 26th of this of this month. Today, during an interview in one of the local stations in Western region, he mentioned some things that indicate that he's going to vie for president, and equally he spit fire on some of the leaders from the Western region who have been showing contempt on Edwin Sifuna, saying that it's not yet time for him to be the president, that someone cannot come straight away from the Senate, one term in the Senate in Parliament, and go for president. They dismissed that. But again, today Edwin Sifuna retaliated. Edwin Sifuna rarely talks about those leaders. He's one person who was brought up so nice, who was educated educated politically by Raila Odinga so well. He took his classes so well. He does not respond anyhow to some of these leaders from Western region, and maybe because of that respect and because of how he was brought up. But today, he was forced to speak about Mudavadi, saying that Mudavadi keeps reminding people of his failures and keeps reminding people of how he let the people of Western region down and the whole Kenya. At some point, Mudavadi was holding a position that could lead to something big in this country, but was deluded 3 months towards the election, and therefore he backed down to an extent where he became the vice president for just 3 months. A vice president for just 3 months. And therefore Edwin Sifuna is saying that if Mudavadi is advising the people of Mulembe nation that is the direction they should follow, then Edwin Sifuna is out. He cannot follow that direction. Listen to what he said.
In 2000 unadanganywa na vice president ya miezi 3 na ilhali alikuwa na nafasi nzuri sana. By now huyo jamaa angekuwa ameshakuwa rais wa Kenya. By now angekuwa rais wa Kenya.
Asema ndio alikuwa kwanza vice president, yeye ndiye atakuwa kwanza rais.
Ndio nakwambia, anatukumbusha makosa yake. Yeye anafikiria ati ni kitu mzuri. Mimi nilikuwa pale 2002, ilikuwa mara yangu ya kwanza kupiga kura. Sisi tunakutegemea, alafu hadi unadanganywa. Imebaki miezi 3 ya uchaguzi. Miezi 3 ndugu zangu. Na tulikuwa tunaangalia kitu kubwa mbele. Jameni. Hiyo ndio unasimama unasema wewe ndio ulikuwa wa kwanza. Hiyo barabara kama ni ndio wanasema barabara, hiyo hatuendi sisi. Hiyo wanasema hatuna pesa. Watu wa Olkalao wamewaonyesha hiyo pesa yenu haitawasaidia. Pesa is not the answer. Sisi tutatembea tu vile tunatembeanga Omar. Mimi saa hizi niko tayari kuingia Trans Nzoia. Nahitaji nini kwenda Trans Nzoia? Bora mafuta ya gari ikuweko, napiga barabara naingia Kitale. Wananchi watatupokea pale. Tumepata support bwana. Tuko na paybill number hapo kwa website yetu. Watu wanaekanga hapo pesa, tunalipa nayo DJ Spider na tunalipa tent ile stage. Ni nini nyingine unahitaji? Unahitaji hiyo stage na kipaza sauti. Na watu waondokee, wasikuje kuvuruga mikutano yetu, kwa sababu sisi hatuvurugi mikutano yao.
Now that is Edwin Sifuna for you. He's talking about Mudavadi, saying that he's a failure. He's a sleepy dog because that time was his only shot, and he spent his cartridge without even aiming, and that is how Mudavadi was used up. In fact, recently Musalia attacked Edwin Sifuna, though indirectly, saying that he has been the vice president, and therefore the first vice president from the Western region, and therefore he's going to be the first president from Mulembe nation, not Edwin Sifuna. A statement that caused a lot of tension, a lot of reflection, and also a lot of backlash from most of the people in Western region, because at his stance there is a wave. People believe that the only restoration they can get is from Edwin Sifuna, and not those folks who have been working entirely in the government. Some people have been the vice president. Some people, they don't want to listen to such kind of people who have really spent their cartridge and they have nothing. They have no bullets. They are just there, toothless dogs, sleepy dogs like Mudavadi. So Sifuna did not mince his words equally. He mentioned something about it and even talked about Atwoli. You know, Atwoli has been saying that Edwin Sifuna has no money to run the presidential to run a presidential campaign. In fact, even was just thumping that Edwin Sifuna should seek advice from him, people like Atwoli, someone who can raise 1 billion from friends within a minute so that they can fund Edwin Sifuna's campaign. But today, Edwin Sifuna retaliated and equally replied to some of these critics. He said that he does not need those billions of money to run a campaign. He does not need it to run a presidential campaign. Even said that there's nothing much is gonna do that is not doing right now, saying that he does not need any money, any extra billion to run for to run a presidential campaign. He only needs fuel to fuel his car, and you know, people of goodwill will support and stuff. They've been doing that. All these rallies, they've been traversing across the country. They've been doing that. So he's saying that those people, they are career breakers, they are dream breakers, they are home breakers. The likes of Atwoli, those are the people who are aging shamefully, because there are some people who have been nurturing young talents, but others, when they are aging, they age with a lot of jealous, they age with a lot of stupidity, the likes of Atwoli. And therefore here he was saying that money is not a factor. Even likened the Olkalau by-election, what happened recently, saying that the same thing is going to be replicated come 2027. People are going to elect not based on the money someone has, but because of what he has, what he has told them, and the kind of plan he has towards bettering the lives of people. So Olkalau is going to be a case study for many politicians, especially those who lack funds, especially those who want to water down the narrative that some so and so has no funds to run a campaign. And it was very evident that even William Ruto can splash that kind of money the way he wants to, but still he may not be chosen to be or to defend his seat. That is exactly what Edwin Sifuna is saying. And equally, he was talking about Mudavadi, saying the likes of Mudavadi right now, they are imbeciles. In fact, the likes of Mudavadi, sasa hivi miaka yao imeenda hata wajielewi. You see, Musalia Mudavadi was one person who was opposing William Ruto's narrative bottom up. I don't know whether it was a narrative or it was a slogan. But when they came together, a few months towards elections, they dumped the Azimio coalition and entered into a coalition with William Ruto. And there, they signed a deal. So the bottom up that he used to disregard so much, to insult, became his new home. And there, he was seated comfortably. He is now defending William Ruto like no one's business. He is now defending his government and saying that a time is coming when he will be the first president of Kenya from Mulembe nation. And by the way, the Bungoma rally that Edwin Sifuna has organized, remember he said that after that rally, whatever the people of Bungoma will tell him, he was gonna make a declaration from Nairobi, though it's a very smart move. But there's something equally that was happening. Many people are contemplating that the government is not happy with Edwin Sifuna's move, especially to galvanize the vote of the Mulembe nation, and therefore they are trying so hard to counter that rally. They are trying so hard to disrupt that rally. However, the people from the western region have been so steadfast. In fact, yesterday many people turned on the road singing Sisindo Sifuna in a way of preparing a way for their king, a way of preparing a way for Sifuna to come there and visit the area in a homecoming tour come 26th of this month. Remember, on 25th this month, they're going to Trans Nzoia, where they're going to have rallies here and there in the whole of Trans Nzoia. They're going to traverse almost the whole of Trans Nzoia, and later on the following day, which is 26th, they will be in Bungoma County, where Edwin Sifuna was born, where he was bred, and that will be the epic of it all that will determine whether Edwin Sifuna is a man yet to vie for president or not. In as much as many people are calling out for Edwin Sifuna to vie for president, at least to break that monotony whereby Kenya has been electing aging presidents, at least we can have a youngster, a young man as the president. It has happened elsewhere and is happening right now, and many people are talking about the Obama times in Kenya. I don't know what you think. Write your comment down there in the comment section. I shall be going through all the comments, and if you're new here, consider subscribing, liking and sharing our content. Hit the notification bell so that you can be receiving notifications each and every time we bring you a new content.